Hello everybody, this is Stephen Howson, Full-Time Devils. I'm going to have a few things I'm going to talk to you about today. First thing I'm going to talk about is the Chelsea match. Now I'm kind of glad that Chelsea managed to get the victory late on against QPR this weekend, because going into the match against them at weekend, we don't really want to be having any sort of talk about us being able to go on and win the league, because from the position that we've come from and the position of strength that Chelsea have still got, I think it's a little bit too far for us to dream about for this year. So Chelsea have walked the league. Fair play to them. It'll be their year. I hope we can give them a bloody nose this weekend. I think we can give them a bloody nose this weekend, and whether that means by taking all 3 points or getting a draw, I think the victory will be extremely difficult for us to get. But I go into the match a lot more confident than I have been for a very long time, because I see now that something that we suspected as early as the Newcastle game, that when we play the bigger teams, we would have more space, and that's seemed to have been true. With more space, we seem to have played a lot better. It could go both ways with the Mourinho team, because as someone that knows how to shut down an opposition, he's probably one of the best in the business. So it could be a game where we come unstuck a little bit and the winning match run comes to an end and we still pick up a draw, because I don't see how Chelsea beat us at the moment. I do need to talk about Marouane Fellaini. Now, a lot of the comments that I've been getting since the weekend, especially with Fellaini and Young both scoring, and me saying that I would rather not start with them, that's not that I've never believed in those players. I'm not a big Ashley Young fan. I think there's a lot better out there. There's a lot better at the club that we can play for them. And I believe Fellaini has always had his space at United, even when he signed and even when he was poor last season. I thought he had a job that he could do. I just don't think that Marouane Fellaini is going to be a long-term choice for Manchester United in that position. Now, people are automatically assuming that because I don't like him there, that's because I want Falcao there. It's not. That's two separate issues. Don't confuse the two issues. I think Marouane Fellaini is a very good player. I just don't think that I would be building a team around him, and I don't think I would be starting him in every single match like some people are suggesting that he could play against any team in the world. He's a limited player that's playing very well at the moment. Please listen to what I'm saying. Limited, playing very, very well. I don't think we've seen the final evolution of how Louis van Gaal's Manchester United team's going to play, and I would be very surprised if Marouane Fellaini is the first name on the team sheet at the start of next season. I think we're going to probably sign some new players, and I think the team will evolve slightly again as Louis van Gaal gets his fingerprints all over the team. And the third thing that I wanted to talk about today was Louis van Gaal. Louis van Gaal, for me, should we avoid defeat at Chelsea and beat Arsenal in the penultimate game of the season, has got to be Manager of the Year. There is no other choice. After what he's gone through, people can talk about the money that he spent, yeah, but we can talk at some of the other managers and the money that they've spent as well. Brendan Rodgers. What Louis van Gaal has done is done a complete and utter U-turn from what David Moyes done. Moyes took us from 1st to 7th. And Louis van Gaal has taken us from 7th to probably 2nd. That takes some doing, especially with, around 60 injuries? Come on, man. I don't think there's a manager ever had to deal with that level of injuries. So for me, Louis van Gaal, Manager of the Year. See you tomorrow for the preview.